But if you close your eyes,
Hi guys, welcome back to an interesting video by Maximus. They're back with more Injustice Gods Among Us. So as you guys can see, I've ranked top 2% on multiplayer this season, and I have received 2 Ancient Katanas, 2 Dark Swords, a Disruptor Gun, 2 Black Rings, Mark of the Tiger, as well as 130,000 credits. But of course today what we'll be looking at is the Ancient Katana itself, which will evolve into the Soultaker Sword. But before we get into that, of course, all early access packs still in the store. Joker Challenge on for another 2 more days, and Suicide Squad gears are still in survival mode. And lastly, on online multiplayer, the Unhinged Joker Suicide Squad is back for the second time. So if you guys don't have him yet, or you can't get him in the Joker pack over here, then go ahead and play multiplayer to get him. But today let's take a look at the Ancient Katana, which is right over here at the front. So I did do a little bit of testing on it, and nothing too good so far. So it starts off as the Ancient Katana, and with 10% unblockable chance on basic attacks, which is alright, and 30% chance life drain on special 2. So the life drain is 50%, so it is pretty good, I'd say. However, if you want to compare it to the LexCorp chest armor, the LexCorp chest armor life drain is 40% of your damage, but it does have a 99% life drain chance, whereas that one does not. We'll get the actual percentage when we finish evolving it, and we can also compare it to the custom rifle for unblockable chance over here, which is an 11% unblockable chance. So already unupgraded at all, it already has a 10% unblockable chance. So it does go up pretty high. I think to about 30%. So anyways, let's just upgrade it up first, and then we can comment more about its stats. So let's go right on. So of course it takes 1,000 to upgrade it for level 1, and 4 of each type of shard, and then it will increase to 6 of each type of shard, and 2,000. So basically the money keeps adding 1,000, and the shards keeps adding by 2, like all the other 4-star gears. So every upgrade adds 1% to unblockable chance and 1% to life drain chance. So let's do that real quickly. I'm gonna do it slowly, just in case you guys want to see the stats or how much it takes to upgrade it up. So let's go. So of course, if you guys want to evolve it, it does take 60,000, 15 of each shard, and 5 purple shards. So evolving it adds 5% damage drain from defeated enemy stacks twice. So it evolves to Soultaker Sword, which is pretty much almost looks the same, except that the base of the blade has changed color and there's now the green mist. And I gotta say that it looks pretty cool, especially compared to the base Ancient Katana picture. So yeah, and 1% is added to all 3 of the stats per upgrade again, and it does cost a ton. As you can see, we're running low on credits just by upgrading this gear. So hopefully it's worth it, and we're almost at max. So here we go, maxed out. So we have 30% unblockable chance on basic attacks, 50% life drain chance on special 2, and 15% damage drain from defeated enemies, which stacks twice. So first, let's talk about the unblockable chance. So of course, this is the highest unblockable chance that is not character specific. So if you want to use it for unblockable chance, I suggest using your character specific gear, because probably you get better effects than this, unless you really need a heal on special 2. So 50% life drain chance on special 2. The good thing is that it heals you 50% of your damage. However, 50% chance is only half the time roughly, so it does not occur 100% of the time. So it's good and bad. So if you hit it, it's pretty good for your heal, but if you don't get the life drain, then of course it's bad. So lastly, we have 15% damage drain from defeated enemies, which obviously I have not tested yet, and I have no idea what it is. I think there are 3 possibilities. First off is that you drain 15% of your enemy's stats and add it to your stats. Secondly, you drain your enemy's raw damage and add it to your damage. And thirdly, your next enemy, not the defeated one, your next enemy loses 15% of his damage to you or something like that. So I really have no idea what it does, but hopefully we can test it in this video and kind of find out together what damage drain actually is. So 15% is not very significant, so I don't expect to see a large increase in our damage or a large decrease in their damage, whichever one is actually. And just like to point out real quickly, sorry about that, is that if you look really closely at the green mist, you can actually see 4 floating skulls, which I did not notice originally. So that's a pretty cool detail right there. So in terms of who should equip it, I'm not really that sure. I first have to test out the damage drain. Obviously you want someone with a strong special 2 because this can heal you up with special 2, and since it's based on your special 2 damage, you want a high special 2. Next we have unblockable chance on basic attacks. So obviously this is good for someone like the Arkham Knight or the reverse flash. However, for Arkham Knight, I would use his own gear over this one because I do prefer his effects, because this one does not increase your raw damage. So anyways, let's jump into a match. We're on bonus battle 7, so we don't want that battle, so let's get out of that. I just finished training up Suicide Squad Deadshot and the Joker to level 50. So I'm going to leave Amikami Catwoman in the fray. And I'm going to put in the Reverse Flash. As well as Harley Quinn animated. So we're going to replace the Cybernetic Exoskeleton with the Soultaker Sword, which now should be somewhere near the back. Here it is. So I'm really curious to see how damage drain works. So let's get right into the match. We should be able to defeat them pretty easily, and we do have a very high unblockable chance now. As you can see, they're block breaking. So we do about 9,100 now. So we do get damage drain text over there. Alright, so we do 9,700 now. So we take that bang. And let's get out of the out time. Let's actually try to do as little damage as we can. Actually, we kind of failed at doing that, but alright. I want to see the heal, but turns out that that was not to be. So this one we're limited to our special 1. So let's just jump right into it. See what we can do. So damage drain apparently does add damage to you. Probably does not take damage away from them. So we do 9,168 currently. So we do get the damage drain. We do 9,808. So it did add about 700 damage, and now we do 9,868. I did not see any damage drain on the second one, except for a meager amount of about 100. Alright, I'm not too sure about that, but let's jump into the next battle. Hopefully we don't tag out, which probably we will. So what am I talking about? So I'm trying to quickly get him out for the damage, and there we go. The damage drain is active. So alright, could not see anything there, but we take the flip kick. Whatever, it does not matter at all. So, alright, we are back in. So let's see, the damage drain is still active. Yes, it is. And, wow, we tag out right there. just as we're about to knock out Catwoman. I'm guessing that they won't allow us to tag back in Reverse Flash, but let's just block and see. Amikami Catwoman is in. I'm gonna get off the Cat Claws, which will not knock out Scorpion, but will do a little bit of damage. Alright, there's Reverse Flash. So we get the knockout there. And 7,000. Alright, that did lower damage, but that does happen sometimes. I'm not sure why, but alright, let's do a recharge and let's do some further testing because I'm still not completely sure. This battle is pretty hard as well because we do have the irritating random tag. He's about to hit us with a power drain, which he does, and he tags out. So honestly, it's really hard to test it in this battle, but I need to go to a strong battle so that we can actually do some damage. Not like knock them out in one hit kind of thing. So I'm kind of trying to let my other two characters die so that we can stay on the Reverse Flash, which is what I'm trying to do. Alright, here we go. So we get the damage drain number 1. Alright, let's get off out of time. Doesn't matter if he blocks, which he does not, which is good. Alright. We tagged out. We did not manage to see if the damage drain was there. But let's allow ourselves to get hit. So Pop connects. Does not knock us out. Alright. So it does 9,900 now. So it appears that the damage did add, but it did not add the same amounts. So it was 9,100 plus to about 9,700 plus, I think, to about 9,900 plus. So the first one added about 6,000 and the second one added like 2,000. So it stacks twice. I'm not sure what's up with that. I'm very, very sure that they did not add the same amount twice because and not we'll be doing over 10,000 damage. So pretty sure that did not happen, and I'm not sure why, but alright, this battle should be a lot easier to see what's actually going on without random tag. So let's go. So 9,168. Hopefully this will be the last one that we do. So 9,765. So that's about 600 damage added. So we do get damage drain there. So now we do, alright, 10,000 like we should. So it does actually stack properly, but for our past couple of tests, it did not really trigger properly, but it does do the job. And you did see that one hit there, we did 7,000. Not sure what's up with that, but maybe it's a little bit glitchy because the past few battles did not really add up properly. So this time we have disabled special 2 and super, but it does not affect that. So damage drain pretty cool, but we'll talk a little bit of that later. Let's go into our final test, quickly knocking out Green Lantern. So 9,100 plus to 9,400 plus. I'm sorry, probably the value there just now was wrong, or I said it wrong, but it was not 9,700. So it added about, alright, here we go, damage drain again. So now we're at about over 1,000, and it's not the same value as our past battle, but it's still over 10,000. So okay, honestly, I have no idea what's happening here. So the way I see it is that in our first couple of battles, like first 3 or 4 battles, it went from 9,100, which are base damage. I'll just call it our base damage. So it went from our base damage to about 9,700. And then it went to about 9,900. So the damage drain added was 6 plus 600 damage and then plus 200 damage. But in our next match, we did 9,100 base damage to about 9,700 to about 10,200. And then in our next battle, we did up till about 9,800 and then become 10,400 or so. So I really don't know. It's very inconsistent, and we're using the same character. I don't know if it's affected by the other gears that I equipped, but it is behaving strangely, so I'm not really sure about that. But overall, talking about it, unblockable chance, use it on someone like the Flash or basically someone who you want to get a lot of basic attacks out of, but the downside is that you don't increase your raw basic attack, you don't have any crit, you don't have any damage, basic damage increase, so that's a real downside. So 50% life gain chance on special 2. I can see quite a lot of characters benefiting from this, like Deadshot, Reverse Flash, Arkham Knight Batman, anyone with a strong special 2, which is most characters in the game. So 15% damage gain from defeated enemies, which stacks twice, as we've been testing vigorously. So honestly, if you use it for the damage drain, it's not really worth it. So taking our final test results into account, it adds about 700 damage each time. So it does add 700 damage at first, then it adds probably about 600 damage each time. So it goes from like 9,100 to about 9,700, and 9,700 to 10,400. So it altogether for Reverse Flash adds about 1,200 damage, and honestly that's not worth it if you're using this gear for the damage drain. So we already do 900 damage, and then we increase it to like about 9,100 all the way to 10,400. But don't forget that to do that, we already have to knock out 2 of our opponents. So we're down to our last opponent, and I really doubt that 1,000 damage is going to make any significant difference. Actually, it will make a significant difference against the last opponent, but the benefit really is not that good to validate why you would use this gear for the damage drain. So the damage drain is a pretty good concept, but 15% is just pretty low. I'm pretty sure that the drained amount could possibly be not based off your stats, but now that I realize, drain probably means it comes from the enemy, so maybe it's from the enemy you KO that you get the damage from, which is why our results have been very, very inconsistent. So it could be possible that defeating gold cards will give you more damage drain than silver cards, which is why our values have been very, very erratic. So that could be very possible. So I'm not too sure about that still, but we've basically took kind of a first look. We maxed it out. We kind of take a first look at this gear. So anyways guys, thanks for watching this video, and goodbye.